Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner. Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner.
August 29th, 2018. On that date, the very first episode of Tennis Podcast was violently, brutally birthed into the world, enjoyed by dozens of listeners worldwide. It's now, 4.5 years later.
Wait. Did you say August 18th?
August 2018.
What date in August?
August 29th, 2018.
29th. Okay, see, that's why the 29th of August is my least favorite day of the year. It all makes so much sense.
Well,
I just hate that day of the year, and after so many years, I've put it together. Thank you, Nick, for the clarity.
yeah. Well, back on August 29th, 2018, I was a lot happier too because I had a different sidekick host, but that's a whole other thing.
Okay.
It's 4.5 years later, we're all grown up, and fortunately, we've now grown to thousands of you, dear listeners around the planet. Thank you for listening. I'm so happy to be back with you. It's 2023, and it's episode number 200. My name is Nick Amel. I'm your host, and if you're new to the show, we usually cover a top 10-ish list every week, with one of us bringing the list and the other guessing. We're going to do something a little different this week, though, for episode number 200, and that's why we're going to do not just one, not just two, but 3 different top 10 lists today.
Whoa!
Well, top 4-ish. Not only that, but I'm also joined today by not one, but 2 sidekick hosts. They're my real-life frenemies, Dr. Buster and Alex Johns. Gentlemen?
Hey.
Dr. Buster, thank you for having me on your podcast here.
Hey, you are so welcome, Alex. I really appreciate
He just went on and on about how first of all, he didn't even know the date the podcast started. And then he went on and on about how he couldn't figure out why that was the date he hated. But don't you think he would have known that if he was the host?
There are many companies in this world who are owned by someone now who wasn't there when they founded the company, right? So someone else got the wheels on, they got the motor going, they fired up the engine, but now somebody else runs it and takes it over, and it's their company, even though they didn't start it.
You are contradicting the fuck out of yourself, because you said that you were sitting in the background from this podcast from day one. Look, I'm not even going to get into it. You guys are getting me worked up already.
I think we call that an acquisition or a merger. So
okay. Business advice from Dr. Buster. Listen, as you bros know, today each one of us brought a top 4 list. We chose 4 each so that we're not here all goddamn day. And each list is about a topic related to Tennis Podcast. So we're going to guess 3 different lists today. And the cute thing about that is not only are we guessing 3 lists, but it's going to be a tag team guessing, because during my list, Buster and Alex are going to guess. During Alex's list, Nick and Buster are going to guess.
Wait, who's gonna guess during my list?
Fucking Alex's face.
Nick, I'm confused of the logistics here. How's this gonna work again? Who's guessing whose list?
Yeah, start over.
Take it from the top.
Right. I know the listeners were taking notes, so we can just check with them.
Okay.
But I got to get through 2 things here, some prepared notes before we get started. It's episode 200, and I have to address the big white old elephant in the room. My original sidekick host, Brandon Kaufman, who joined me for the first 159 episodes straight, could not be here today. I only bring this up because I've gotten a lot of questions about Brandon and how he's doing, when he'll be back. He sends his best, he's doing well, but he's going to continue to remain off the show indefinitely for a myriad of reasons. But I do want to thank Brandon for helping me get to this phase of the show, and of course, without Brandon, we wouldn't even have hot dogs to talk about today. More on that in a minute. And throughout this episode, this is the last thing. Throughout this episode, I will be inserting random sound bites and quotes from our previous 199 episodes. So when you hear this noise and a random quote after that noise, that's why. I think I got through it all, guys. What do we do now?
All right. Well, that was a great episode.
Yep.
Nick, this is a really good way to cap off episode 200. And
Yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah, this was fun.
I'm actually thinking instead of doing lists, so for episodes 200 through 300, I thought every episode would be just me reading a really long ass intro, and then we just end the episode after that. No list guessing. Saves everyone a lot of time.
Yeah.
Alex is on board. Buster, you on board?
Yeah, you could just bring 10-ish boring ass things to talk about, and then everyone gets to go home.
No. I didn't say an episode where you bring the list. I said an episode where I bring an intro.
Buster, I was going to say that was the last 200 episodes right there.
Oh, got it.
Wow. All right, well, this is a special episode where we each brought a top 4 on tennis related topics, and my topic is related to the thing that we've probably said this word more than any other word in the last 200 episodes, and that's the word hot dog. Buster, how many hot dogs have you eaten today?
0.
Alex, how many hot dogs have you eaten today?
Through my mouth or through my ass?
Let's start with mouth.
0.
Ass.
Also 0.
Oh, okay.
Plot twist.
Today, we have to acknowledge that it was...
Wait.
Yes?
When's the last time each of you ate a hot dog?
Good question.
4th of July.
It's been a while for me.
Maybe?
Well, it's been more recent for me. I don't remember when, though.
Which airport trash can were you eating over when you did?
I mean, there's too many to count.
Okay.
I'm in and out of so many airports these days.
Well, back in around, say, circa 2017, not long before the start of the show, Brandon ate a greasy hot dog like a squirrel savoring a nut over a trash can in the Atlanta airport. And since then, we've had a lot of hot dog chit-chat on the show. Today, right now, you guys are going to guess the top 4 most preferred hot dog toppings in America.
Before we guess, we need to reiterate the facts that
Do we?
you're spreading propaganda. In fact, it was you who ate the hot dog over the Atlanta airport.
Oh, you were there?
Trash can.
You were there?
Look, I didn't have to be there for World War II to know it happened.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
But Jesus Christ, this is so
It's a
ridiculous.
good comparison. He got you. He got you.
But you are relying on history
Listen, don't
books.
be embarrassed. If anyone in the world knows the desperation of wanting to savor food, but you got to eat it quick because something's going on in life, it's me, right? I don't want to have to rush around and eat, but I do it sometimes over a trash can or over my kitchen sink because I'm short for time. Don't be embarrassed.
I have not spent the last 5 years in intense psychotherapy because of me seeing Brandon treat that hot dog like the T-Rex treats the goat in Jurassic Park. He just scarfed that thing down, and I was just flabbergasted. And now I have to sit here and, after all that therapy, listen to one of my closest friends accuse me in front of thousands of people around the world of this lie that it was me that ate the hot dog. Look, the people have heard enough hot dog trash can accusations. I'm going to get to this list. Did you know, you guys are going to love this, that there is a council, the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
Why are you not a member?
And how do you know I'm not? And they teamed up with the North American Meat Institute.
Oh, fuck. Is that today's sponsor?
I think that's a tab on on Pornhub as well, I think. But they do a national survey every year. And so I pulled this survey data from a number of sources, including hotdog.org.
Should I have incognito mode on before I go to hotdog.com?
It's .org, so you know it's legit.
Okay, it's nonprofit at least.
I was on .net earlier. You don't want to go there.
I also pulled some stats from potatorolls.com.
Is that all you were pulling? While you were on hotdogs.org?
And I was also on yummydogs.com.
What the fuck is your search history today, Nick?
These are fucking all legit websites that I was on to gather this research. You know, I do the heavy lifting for hashtag Nick's Notes. I don't just go willy-nilly to the very first thing I find on Google and write down a Buster's bulletin like that. I do some actual legitimate research for my lists.
Nick's out here on the dark web finding all the hot dog lore he can muster.
A muster, huh? We'll talk about mustard. The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council and the North American Meat Institute show that 73% of Americans believe that a cookout is not complete without hot dogs. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Well, I know the 25% not in that majority probably live here in Wisconsin, because in central Wisconsin, they're definitely saying brats, not hot dog.
You don't think they're eating like octopus meat or something on their cookouts?
Also,
what?
I'm fairly certain that you probably got flagged with your local authorities for the research you were doing on yummydogs.com.
Yummydogs.com? Look, they had all kinds of excellent content there. Some of it was even in clothes. Let me tell you about this survey, though. 4,200 adults age 18 plus in the United States were surveyed about their favorite hot dog toppings. Listen to this. I couldn't believe this. This is from their research. It says, like other prepared meats, Americans can enjoy hot dogs as part of a healthy diet. I'm starting to think Brandon wrote this. A standard beef hot dog is 190 calories, offers 7 grams of protein, and 20% of our daily value of vitamin B12, a crucial nutrient for normal metabolism, brain development in children, and mental clarity. So they're putting it out there that, hey, hot dogs are healthy, everyone. We can all dig in guilt-free. What do you think, Alex?
Should eat more hot dogs.
I'd like to see who funded this research.
I told you, it was the
Oscar
National
Mayer?
Hot Dog and Sausage Council funded the fucking research. They have an agenda here.
Is this big hot dog coming to get us?
The Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dog is coming to break in tonight and give you a survey about your favorite hot dog toppings.
It's on its way to your house right now. Tires squealing, it's drifting around corners as it makes a beeline for you to shut you down.
And it comes in with a giant hot dog-shaped baseball bat to break your kneecaps with. One last stat here before I turn you dogs loose on this hot dog list.
Good one.
During the pandemic, hot dog sales soared over 20%. What do you think?
Why?
Because people...
Why?
Well, one theory is that people were there was quarantine, people were locked inside. They didn't have a way to stick things inside of themselves as frequently as before, so they just got some hot dogs shipped to them and started doing some experiments. That's what I did.
Now, do you think they cooked the hot dog before inserting it inside of them?
I would say you cook it, but you let it sit for a few minutes before you stick it in, so that's not too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get scalded. I see.
The question, how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? A study done by Purdue University concluded that it took an average of 364 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop using a licking machine.
Yes, which was later taken home by some of the employees on a rotating basis.
A licking machine. Someone had to create this licking machine for the sole intent, well, in quotes.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
But I like that a huge university like Purdue took the time to not only do this study, but to concoct a licking machine.
God.
To get to the answer of it.
I've had a breakthrough on the licking machine today.
Oh, you found out how many licks it takes to get to the center?
No, it became my boyfriend.
No, but it tosses a hell of a salad.
This is all misdirection by a really horny dean to get them. So how's that licking machine coming along? I'm going to get to the bottom of this Tootsie Pop business.
God damn.
I found additional funding for the licking machine in my wallet. Head down to Home Depot. Here's my bank card.
Fuck. Why did we do the tennis podcast? Let's cancel this idea because I just want to talk about the licking machine full time.
The licking machine podcast.
What do you guys think are safe bets to not be in the top 4? Favorite hot dog toppings among American adults?
Ranch.
How about trash? You think trash is on the list?
Probably not.
Ranch is probably not on the list.
Probably not. Airline tickets?
What about cum?
Well, during the pandemic, maybe. But generally speaking,
Maybe.
no.
Okay. Got it.
How about peanut butter?
No.
Spaghetti sauce?
Marinara. Alfredo. Worcestershire sauce.
How about Benadryl? Allergy medicine. Do you think anyone's putting that on their hot dogs? Buster, what do you think?
Hey, that'd be a fun game. Dip 12 hot dogs in Benadryl and see if you can stay awake all the way through the pack.
Or it's like if you don't like the taste of the medicine, but you stick it on a hot dog to eat it. Just like Ron Swanson stuck the banana on a cheeseburger to eat the banana.
Or how you stick animal vitamins and pills inside little treats.
All right, top 4 hot dog toppings. You guys only have 4 items to guess, and there's 2 of you. There should be no excuse to not get all 4 with 0 incorrect guesses.
Who's going to start?
I'll leave it up to you guys to strategize. I'll just step back here.
So it's pretty obvious what number 1 and 2 is, so we should leave those alone, I would think. I think I have a good idea what number 3 is as well.
Wow.
But 4.
Buster, did you know Alex is a top 4 list guessing expert? Jesus Christ. Maybe you should start the 4-ish podcast, Alex.
What could be 4?
I'm asking you.
Barbecue sauce.
Ew.
No, Buster. No, we're starting the actual guessing now, not the guesses of what's not on the list.
Oh, come on.
Have you ever put barbecue sauce on a hot dog?
No, but I'm thinking of number 4.
When you were kids, did you ever eat hot dogs chopped up in mac and cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have this distinct flashbulb memory as a kid where I was at some friend's house. I don't even know who it was. And their mom served mac and cheese. And I was like, can I have hot dogs in my mac and cheese? Because I just thought it was a normal thing. And she fucking like boiled 2 fucking hot dogs. Didn't cut them up, just like slapped him on top of my mac and cheese. And like seemed so confused as to like why I would ask for such a bizarre fucking thing. And I just didn't know if that was normal or not.
Well, did she slap you with the hot dog before she slapped it on your mac and cheese and said, fucking shame on you, fucking idiot kid, don't come here anymore?
She kicked me out of her house. I never saw her again.
Did you eat the 2 whole hot dogs?
I cut them with my fork, and then I like mixed it in. I did the heavy lifting.
Was this before or after you chopped your brother's finger off with an axe?
That was another topping.
I don't trust you with chopping things up with instruments of...
No, just a message to the listeners. That's a callback to one of the bonus episodes we did, right?
That's correct. On a bonus episode, Alex revealed that as a kid, he literally chopped off the tip of his brother's thumb, I think, with an axe on accident.
It was an accident.
Yes.
It was a hatchet, and it was an accident.
Yeah.
We're still friends.
Yeah. Listener of the show, Alex's brother. So far, you have one really, really bad, stupid idiot guess, barbecue sauce, and nothing else.
Okay, mayonnaise.
Do people eat that on hot dogs?
Look,
I think psychopaths
okay.
might. Serial killers might.
I have never put anything on my hot dog except for probably number 1 and number 2. So I'm really drawing a blank here at 3 and 4.
Okay, what about like sport peppers?
Okay, you're going in the right direction because I was
like
no
jalapenos?
peppers. No, but what I was going to say is that you guys got to get out of sauce land. There's other stuff besides sauce that people put on hot dogs.
Diced onions.
Buster, do you think diced onions might be on the list?
Judging how much your judgy ass reaction has gone down, I'm going to say yes, it is.
Fuck, if I knew it would take you 5 minutes to get through that answer, I wouldn't have asked you. All right, onions is number 3 on the list.
Oh, shit.
And Alex, you might be surprised to know that 44% of Americans prefer onions on their hot dogs. What do you think of that?
I mean, I don't like them. I'd rather without, but I know people dig it.
I like onions. Buster, your thoughts on onions? Your hot takes.
Is that part of the Chicago dog?
I think onions is a Chicago dog thing, yeah.
Did you just speak a different language?
Onions on a hot dog. Sounds good to me. I don't really eat hot dogs, though, but hey.
You don't eat hot dogs, but you do stick them inside of yourself. I get it. Nothing wrong with that, either. I hope you guys came tonight prepared. It's like 8:30 at night as we record this, and I know there's nothing else you want to hear about than the history of onions on Earth, because you're about to hear about it. So, the onions are pungent when chopped, just like Dr. Buster's fucking huge ass, and they contain certain chemical substances which may irritate the eyes. Again, much like Dr. Buster's huge fucking ass. Ancient records of onion use spans Western and Eastern Asia, so the geographic origin of the onion is uncertain. Are you guys entertained yet? Pliny the Elder of the 1st century AD wrote about the use of onions and cabbage in the ancient lost city of Pompeii, which we covered on a past 10ish podcast episode.
This ancient scholar could write about literally everything, and he chooses to document that they're putting onions on things.
This is where you're wrong, because idiot, because not only are they putting onion on food, but he documented Roman beliefs about the onion's ability to improve ocular ailments, aid in sleep, and heal everything from oral sores and toothaches to dog bites, lumbago, and even dysentery.
Listener to the show, Pliny the Elder.
So while you all idiots are going to the hospital and getting like medication or antibiotics for your dysentery and your dog bites, all you really had to do was rub some onion on that bitch.
Put some onions on you. You'll be great.
Put some onions on you, boy. Eat a few.
I think you tear it out, kind of like you cry it out, like you sweat it out through your tears with the onion.
Sure.
I ain't no bitch.
But in 2020, world production of onions was 4.5 million tons, led by the People's Republic of China, which have 20% of the world's total onion production. There you go.
You got anything else on onions?
People like them on their fucking hot dogs.
I'm dying to know.
They like them on their hot dogs. I like onions. I like green onions. I like white onion. I like red onion. I like them all.
I do too. Green onion's the best, though. Gets the green light.
Give me the green light.
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner.
All right. What's number 4, boys?
Pickles.
You're not too far off.
More specifically, relish.
Relish. So far, Alex is 2 for 2 and Buster is 0 for like 9. Relish
to be
is
fair,
number 4.
relish is basically just pickles.
Well, it's got other
Just
shit in
chopped
it,
up really fine.
as you'll hear. 41% of Americans prefer relish.
What is relish?
Tell us about relish.
It's a cooked and pickled product made of chopped vegetables, fruits, or herbs, and is a food item typically used as a condiment.
Oh.
I'm relishing these facts.
In North America, the word relish is frequently used to describe a single variety of finely chopped pickled cucumber relish, such as pickled dill and sweet relishes. How impressed are you with that?
Very.
That description sounded like a nursery rhyme. It just flowed incredibly.
The word relish is frequently used to describe a single variety of finely chopped pickled cucumber relish, such as pickled dill and sweet relishes. I feel sorry for
Nick,
the kid reading that.
Are you okay?
children's book.
You just you just repeated yourself. Are you doing okay after 200 episodes? That you might be cracking a little bit.
You've been on the episode rotation since episode 160, Dr. Buster, and I think I've aged about 20 years since then. So am I okay? No. Will I get through this episode? We're going to find out.
Every test, I know it's kind of a meme as like, oh, I see a penis in this ink blot. Every single one of these cards is like, if they see this sex organ, it means something. If they see this sex organ, it means something.
You ever think about the word sex organ and like, what about the music instruments that are organs, but they're made out of sex organs?
Explain.
You don't have to. You don't have to respond to that.
I'm just not super sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about like an organ, like a piano?
Yeah.
And then
like
it's made of sex organs?
Hey, I'm just riffing here.
Because now I'm just picturing an organ. I don't know, you should probably cut this out. I'm picturing like an organ, but it's all like penises, like as the like pipes that come up.
This is what happens with my brain. Like I hear a word or phrase, and then instead of just taking it at face value, I start thinking about, well, what if it was literal? So There you go. Aren't you glad you're here?
Wow, that told me more than any ink blot could possibly tell me about your personality.
So we all know number 1 and 2, but which one is 1 and which one is 2? And I'll just ask Alex, since he's the only one that can give a correct guess tonight. Alex, what's number 2?
I mean, I think number 2's got to be mustard.
Buster?
I agree.
Well, you're both wrong because number 2 is not mustard. Number 1 is mustard.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
God.
I'm glad you think so
Yeah.
because once again, you're about to be treated to some hashtag mustard fun facts. 68% of Americans prefer mustard on their hot dog. And what is mustard, you might ask?
I didn't.
The whole ground, cracked or bruised mustard seeds are mixed with water, vinegar, lemon juice, wine, or other liquid, salt, and often other flavorings and spices to create a paste or sauce ranging in color from bright yellow to dark brown. Are you hungry yet?
No, but you have mustered up a lot of facts here. I
I do
it.
like mustard. I think mustard's great.
I like mustard. I like Dijon mustard. Not on a hot dog, though.
I have a good story about mustard, if you care to listen.
Sure.
That might be the first time I've heard that sentence in my life.
Our mutual friend, Steven, I was his roommate, right, in college
Who's
one
basically
year.
the host of this show at this point by how much we mentioned Steven, but yes, go ahead.
Pretty much. Tennis Pop Plus subscriber.
That's
Anyway, he was on some diet in college where he was like getting like really fit and like muscular and stuff. And he was like very strict on what he ate. But the only like seasoning he would eat is like mustard. So he would like consistently every night for dinner eat like, what was it, grilled chicken, brown rice with mustard put on top of it.
Ew.
I thought it was the weirdest fucking thing.
Mustard on the rice or the chicken?
On the rice. He'd like mix it in with the rice and
Alex.
just fucking eat because that's his only way to get like the salty flavor or something. I don't know.
Buster's nodding.
Soy sauce wasn't healthy enough, so I had to go with mustard.
That sounds fucking awful.
Buster, do you remember this?
Yeah, well, I've eaten that same meal myself.
You
Oh,
eat
God.
mustard in your rice?
Well, I've done that before when trying to be healthy and bulking and, trying to follow that same line. I've also put mustard on other things like kale and collard greens and mustard greens.
I don't put mustard on fucking any of that shit.
I mean, I like mustard, but
It's calorie free.
I guess it is. Well, sometimes it has like 5 calories, but pretty close.
Yeah, but
Pretty close.
in the world of caloric intake, it's pretty risk-free.
Mm.
Pretty guilt-free.
Yeah.
So you can just slap that old mustard on anything. See, ketchup has sugar in it, so that's why I'll opt for mustard more often, even though I do prefer ketchup.
They have some sugar-free ketchup,
I bet it's gross.
but I think we're losing every listener by now talking about the sugar and caloric content of these foods. So let me go on. Mustard is used as a condiment in the cuisine of India and Bangladesh, the Mediterranean, northern and southeastern Europe, Asia, the Americas, and Africa, making it one of the most popular and widely used spices in the world. And archaeological excavations in the Indus Valley have revealed that mustard was cultivated there, and that civilization existed until about 1850 BC. Mustard's been around a long time,
It's old as shit.
almost as old as Brad Choma from Canada. Mustard has been used in Africa and China for thousands of years, and the Romans were probably the first to experiment with the preparation of mustard as a condiment. And lastly, the use of mustard as a hot dog condiment is said to have been first seen in the United States at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, when the bright yellow French's mustard was introduced by the RT French Company.
Fun.
Mustard on ketchup about 120 years old-ish.
Hmm.
So both of you thought ketchup was number 1. But it's number 2.
It is, but by how many percentage points?
So mustard is 68, ketchup is 61. However, ketchup is controversial in the hot dog consumption world because 21% find ketchup on hot dogs unacceptable.
Interesting.
Why is that?
I think it might be a regional thing. Like, I think around here, ketchup on mustard is like standard. But in some places, they see that as blasphemy. Why would you use ketchup instead of mustard?
I mean, sometimes if I'm eating a hot dog, I always will put mustard on it. Sometimes I won't put ketchup, but usually I put ketchup. So, there you go.
This is the insight we're here for.
Color commentary.
Oh, look, right here. I forgot I had this. The Midwestern U.S. states are most likely to prefer ketchup, and the younger demographics tend to prefer ketchup. But in the United Kingdom, preparations of ketchup were historically prepared with mushrooms as the primary ingredient instead of tomatoes.
Ugh.
Ketchup recipes began to appear in British and American cookbooks in the 18th century. So next time you're eating your sugary tomato ketchup, just think that could instead be mushroom ketchup.
Would it taste similar? It wouldn't taste similar.
I highly
right?
doubt that, sir.
Yeah.
When's the last time you ate a mushroom? Did it taste like a tomato, Alex?
No, I never did. Tomato is a fruit, right?
I've heard both, but I think that's correct, yes.
Does that make ketchup a smoothie?
I'm not going to answer that. The top 4 hot dogs toppings for Americans. Number 4, relish. 3, onions. 2, ketchup. And 1, mustard. You boys did it.
We did it.
So, do you have a chubby little hot dog in your pants after that excellent list?
No, I'm just happy to see you.
Yep, I done covered it with mustard.
All right.
Squirted mustard and onions on it. Maybe a little bit of relish, and I'm going to eat it when we're done here.
Buster, since you debuted on Tennis Podcast before Alex, we're going to let you do the next list. You brought a top 4 list for us?
Nope, I'm not going to go next because that's what you want.
Alex, do you have a top 4 list for us to guess?
I do have a top 4
Oh, wait,
list
we
for you
got to figure out
guess.
the logistics. Who's going to guess it? Which 2?
Alex, don't be his lackey. Don't go next. Refuse.
Buster, is it you and Alex guessing this
This
one?
still gives him the impression that he's in control.
So I have a list for you guys.
Yeah.
It is the top 4 brands of peanut butter in the United States by market share.
Peanut butter, that's
Ooh.
random. Why would we ever talk about peanut butter on today's show?
Well,
Is there some reference to that I should know about?
Yeah, it's just the ever running, thought experiment on what if water was peanut butter.
Huh, I never considered that.
And I think this list will shed some light into, if water was peanut butter, which brand of peanut butter would it be? I guess we'll find out today.
In the United States. Okay, what's your source?
Source is...
Hotdog.org?
No, they were lacking on their peanut butter content.
Peanutbuttertitties.net?
Peanut butter titties.
That was research for a different topic.
I am typing that in my Google as we speak.
No, sources came from Statistia.com, Wikipedia.com, and whatsthesitch.com.
Okay, so Buster, do you want me to just fly through this myself since I actually know the answers, or do you want to drag us down and slow us down in the guessing?
Oh, do you? Because I guarantee after every guess that you get wrong, you're going to say, knew it.
No.
Does it every episode?
Skippy peanut butter is number 2 or 3?
Skippy peanut butter is number 2.
Knew it.
However, I'm going to wait to talk about Skippy peanut butter until we have a different brand selected because of reasons.
You're saying we're going to skippy over that one for now?
We're going to skippy over that one for now? Oh, that was
I can
good.
hear the listeners laughing from here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, because we're live in their ears right now.
That's right. We're doing this in real time.
We are with them, all of them, simultaneously.
Surprise, twist. We are the little body elves inside of your bodies, listener. You thought about like at a football, at the Super Bowl or any big sporting event like that. All those people there's probably 70, 80, 90,000 people there. All of them have a bunch of little elves inside them telling them when to pee and stuff. So if you think about it, how many elves would you have guessed when you were a kid? How many elves do you think per person?
Oh, I don't know. Depending on when I thought about it. Oh God, let's just say 20.
20 elves mechanically controlling your bodily functions.
You get more elves as you grow too, by the way.
Are they fucking and like giving birth?
I don't know. They just develop, but like, I mean, once you hit puberty, you gotta have a couple of elves working the balls.
You thought there was elves pushing pee out? It's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. God damn, it's really bad.
I want to make a cartoon show that's about the elves that work inside a body.
Nobody in the history of the world has ever thought that there's elves inside of a body.
Well, then that's a really awesome thought then, because a lot of shit has been thought before, but if I just came up with a brand new one.
Now, did you think that the elves were pushing the pee out like they were all, like, kind of like they were all leaning on a log that was being pushed through like a cave hole?
Yes, like a yellow log of pee that they would push out and it became liquid when it exited my wiener.
Your wiener. You're not allowed to ever say that again.
Well, when I was a kid, it was my wiener. It wasn't my fucking hog.
Oh, I got news for you. It's still not your hog.
So Skippy is number 2. However, why don't you tell me what you think number 3 is? Save number 1 for last.
Okay, I'm going to say number 3 is the Peter Pan brand.
Number 3 is Peter Pan.
Fucking
Oh my
Buster, are
God.
you ready
Look at this
to
guy.
fucking get down on your knees and apologize to me?
Look at this guy.
I'm unsubscribing from this podcast right now.
So Peter Pan peanut butter was invented in 1922 by Joseph Rosefield.
Listener of the show.
He invented a method for hydrogenating the peanut oil to make peanut butter more smooth and creamy.
Baby.
And it also increased the shelf life by quite a bit. So pretty big innovation in the peanut butter industry. Big shakeup, if you will. In 1923, he licensed this new production method to Swift & Company, who began selling it under the name Peter Pan. It's now owned by industry giant ConAgra Foods and holds 13% of the peanut butter market share.
The coveted peanut butter market share.
Yep.
I'm going to say, just sidebar, is there anything better than fucking peanut butter? I fucking love peanut butter.
I fucking love peanut butter. I eat peanut butter multiple times a week.
I love peanut butter.
It's the shit. It's great on pancakes.
It's great on anything. Except hot dogs.
I don't want to get into it now, but after this list, I want to hear everyone's peanut butter brands. I know we all have our favorites, but hold that thought. So Peter Pan, it was originally sold in tin cans with a turn key. Can you imagine that? You know what I'm talking about? That little turn key to open up a tin can.
Yeah.
And then in World War II, they switched to glass jars because metal became too expensive. And in 1988, they were one of the first major players to switch to plastic jars.
So how do we know World War II actually happened?
You got me. I don't know.
Plastic in 1988, you said? That's pretty late.
They were an innovator.
Yeah.
A not so fun fact, in February of 2007, Peter Pan was linked to 425 cases of salmonella.
Excellent.
Across the U.S., the first of such outbreak of U.S. peanut butter. They were forced to recall all peanut butter produced at their Sylvester plant dating as early as 2005.
2005, Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks.
So that's Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could name a peanut butter company, why do you think they went with Peter Pan for the brand?
Well, this was 1923. So, what the fuck else do they have going on?
They're still shitting in the street back then. They're eating sticks. They've never seen clothes before. This is old times. And
yeah, just be shitty house peanut butter or disappointing weather again peanut butter.
Or my fourth child died of the flu peanut butter. Yeah. To Alex's point, what the fuck else are they going to name it? Peter Pan's all they had back then.
Yep. It's for children. It's whimsical, dreamy.
And they do other shit now too. I think they have green beans and shit, don't they? Or is that the Green Giant? That's the Green Giant. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's owned by ConAgra Foods, which is a giant. They own everything.
Yeah. They don't own me, Alex.
Not yet.
Well, that's what you think.
Today's sponsor, ConAgra Foods.
Yeah, that's right. It launches right into an ad.
So that was Peter Pan.
Number 3.
Okay.
Now that we've gotten through Peter Pan, I got some fun facts on Skippy for you.
Okay.
And the reason I wanted to wait was that Skippy was also invented by Joseph Rosefield, the same guy that invented Peter Pan.
Well, why didn't you just tell us the same thing, but in reverse?
Well, because here's the deal. For Peter Pan, Joseph Rosefield, he invented the technology, but then he basically sold the license for the peanut butter to another company, so he had no stake in it. But when he saw how everyone was going fucking apeshit for Peter Pan, he's like, well, shit, I want in on this. So he invented a new peanut butter called Skippy.
Imagine the world being taken by storm by this new peanut butter invention in the 1920s,
Yeah, so he made his own packing company, the Rosefield Packing Company, started marketing his own product called Skippy Peanut Butter to be a direct competitor of Peter Pan. And yeah, currently the company owns 21% of the peanut butter market share, so a bit more than Peter Pan. And in 2013, the brand was bought by Hormel Foods. So they are currently the owner of Skippy Peanut Butter.
And I'm so happy for them.
Fun fact, Skippy owns the highly coveted peanutbutter.com domain.
I'm going there right now.
Skippy is the most popular peanut butter brand in China, but China consumption is only 10% of the global market share. However, being such a big demographic, that's a pretty big thing for Skippy. And my last note here is Skippy's just fun to say.
And don't go to this website unless you want to be suddenly starving for peanut butter. Because there's a bunch of good-looking peanut butter shit on this website, and I'm closing it. I like this guy that he's my god now because we have him to thank for so many excellent brands of peanut butter and salmonella.
A little bit of salmonella, you know.
I wouldn't blame him, though.
You're right.
That's more the company, right?
Right.
That's a tiny blemish on an otherwise...
That's corporate greed.
Yeah. On an otherwise wonderful, godly creation.
He is God in my book because the world started in 1922 with Joseph whatever the fuck, and he said, let all water and all life to be sustained by peanut butter. What's water? Never heard of it. Peanut butter's the way we're going. Maybe. That's the thought experiment.
Maybe.
Now help me process this. You invent some type of peanut butter, maybe the first peanut butter. You sell it, and you're like, well, son of a bitch, now I have FOMO. I'm losing out on all the profits. How different does the next batch have to be where it's not Peter Pan, it's Skippy? How different is the peanut butter?
I guarantee you know, if we were doing a blind taste test right now, like unlabeled cans of Skippy versus Peter Pan, you could not tell me which one was which. Like, I really don't think there's a difference. I mean, I'm sure there technically is, but like, I don't think you can really taste it unless you disagree, Alex.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't know. I wouldn't know the difference.
There's got to be something there. I bet trademark, legally speaking, some type of ratio had to be different enough.
Well, Skippy is my brand of choice when I'm peanut butter shopping at the peanut butter store.
Whoa, little early there. We still got 2 more brands
to cover. We're talking Skippy. I thought you'd want me to get right to it.
Get all Skippy to it.
He couldn't contain himself. Yeah, he skipped right on through
Buster,
that.
I think I know what number 1 is, but do you have any guesses for 4?
I'm nervous to guess. You're just going to bully me for how inferior my guess is.
While that's true, I can't think of any other brands besides, like, you know, off-brand shit.
Smuckers?
Do they have...
Smuckers is number 4.
Oh,
I never think about
look
them.
at that.
Redemption.
Peanut Butter King over here.
See, my next guess was going to be the Kirkland, like Costco
What
brand.
the fuck? I guessed 2. I guessed their exact placement. I don't get called the Peanut Butter King. Buster falls ass backwards into number 4, and he gets called the Peanut Butter King? Explain that to me.
But Smuckers is it's a minuscule brand compared to the other 3 big boys.
Okay.
It's a harder bullseye to hit, Nick.
Yeah.
You hit the broadside of a barn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the placement right, too, but whatever.
I was the Odysseus shot. Ching, 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 ching. Went right through all those metal brackets.
Are you done?
So Smuckers, very small, only like 3% of the market share. So it's really dominated by the top 3.
It's still number 4, though, in the peanut butter universe.
But it's still number 4 in the peanut butter universe. That's correct. The PCU, if you will.
No, PBU.
Shut up.
I liked it better the way Alex
Shut
said
the
it.
fuck up, Jesus Christ. Can we even get a word in, Buster? He's trying to go through his list.
So the J.M. Smuckers Company started in 1897 by Jerome Monroe Smucker, selling apple butter out of a horse-drawn wagon,
Okay, hold
which
on.
the first batches were orchards planted by Johnny Appleseed himself.
All right.
Holy shit.
Now I don't believe any of this.
Some of these men, they have such connections to greatness.
Yeah.
Now, you're telling me, back in a time, when you could just choose your last name, somebody said, call me Mr. Smucker.
You know why?
I like Smucker.
Because
I smuck a lot.
if you didn't call him Mr. Smucker, he's going to smucker the hell out of you.
Mr. Smucker can't even wipe his own ass, and he's out here selling fucking apple butter out of a horse-drawn wagon. Anyway, by 1921, the company was incorporated. It was making all kinds of jellies. No peanut butter yet, just jellies, really. 4 generations later, company's still family-run, based in Orrville, Ohio. It's still run by a Smucker.
Nice.
Can you believe that?
I can't smuck and believe it.
4 generations.
Damn.
Based in Orrville, Ohio, it has an annual revenue of $5 billion.
Holy.
So I bet you listeners at home are wondering, well, when's he going to start talking about peanut butter? Well, in 1994, Smuckers acquired the peanut butter branch of the Laura Scudder potato chip dynasty, which had been selling off bits of itself since the 80s.
Chip dynasty.
Smuckers also acquired Adam's Natural Peanut Butters in 1997, followed closely by the patent for Uncrustables in 2001.
Oh, fucking Uncrustables.
Now, give me your hot take on Uncrustables.
Buster, I don't know about you, but first thing I thought of was lunch in high school. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's a flashbulb memory for me, man. I grew up eating Uncrustables every day in my high school lunches.
My mom was a little more health conscious by the time I was in high school, and she would not buy me Uncrustables. And so when I'd get to school, I would trade Buster, and I think I even gave you like $1 at times for you to give me your Uncrustable, and I would eat that. So that's the very exciting, exhilarating, adrenaline-boosting Uncrustable story.
In prison, they trade for cigarettes and little bits of alcohol. In our high school, we were trading Uncrustables.
Buster's a little Uncrustable entrepreneur here.
I can't be crusted.
The fuck? Hey, but you guys like the crust, right? On PB&J?
Yeah, I'll eat it. I got no problem with the crust.
Yeah.
I like the crust.
Uncrustables are just so damn convenient.
But they really stuff the peanut butter in there. They're not shy with the peanut butter in those things.
No.
Which is good.
And I appreciate the hell out of it.
They could jelly it up a bit.
Oh,
I will
fuck
say
off.
that.
Smuck off.
So, final fact on Smucker's is in 2002, Smucker's acquired the #1 brand of peanut butter that we're about to talk about.
Really? Okay. Jif.
Wow.
It's Jif.
So they don't even have to try to be #1. They just acquired the competition.
They just acquired it. Yep. So Jif peanut butter.
Knew it.
Big brand. Jif itself owns about 32% of the market share, while Smucker's as a whole, with all of their peanut butter brands and sub-brands, owns about 40% of the peanut butter market share.
Wow.
So
Smucker's doing something right.
yeah. So in 1955, Procter & Gamble bought Big Top Peanut Butter and its manufacturing facilities and rebranded it to Jif to compete with Peter Pan and Skippy. So Peter Pan and Skippy are the real
They're
OGs.
the OGs.
Then you got Jif coming in here to disrupt the marketplace, and fuck, they did it. They're the #1 brand now. In 2002, as I had talked about, Smucker's acquired the Jif brand from Procter & Gamble for about $1 billion. Jif had been the leading brand of peanut butter since 1981. And a little fun fact here, in February 2020, Jif announced a planned media campaign that uses the Jif brand to settle the GIF-Jif debate. They released a special jar with GIF on it with a G instead of Jif with a J. How fun.
It is GIF though, right?
I pronounce GIF. That's how I say it.
it.
But to each their own.
Buster?
What is the internet's stance on that?
It's divided.
It's divided.
Which is dumb because the G stands for a G word.
Graphical.
Yeah, so it's GIF. That's what I say.
Anyone that says GIF is welcome to unsubscribe from this show.
Yeah.
Mascot of a lion. They're beautiful. They're majestic. It's the king of the jungle, but they're also intimidating because they will rip your fucking leg off and start eating you ass to face in 2 seconds flat.
Ass to
if
face?
you get caught by yourself.
What does that mean? Does that mean they start at the ass and they're going to work their way up to the face?
That's what grizzly bears do. I don't think lions do that.
I think it's common in animals because the human ass has the most meat on it.
Plump rump is the first to get savored. Even animals in the wild know that dessert comes first.
If Dr. Buster was on a stroll in the woods or in the jungle and he tripped and he just falls and dies right then and there, all these animals start coming out of the woodwork and they smell a dead human, they smell fresh meat, they all start making their way to you, and before you know it, you got 20 animals right on the ass, and it's a buffet. It can feed the whole jungle, and by the time they're all done eating the ass, they're all done. They don't have any room left in their tum-tums to start working to the other parts of the body. So you'd see a Buster body there face down, and the ass cheeks are just empty little sockets like empty eggshells. The rest of the body is perfectly intact.
Scientists would start to hover from all over the globe because a brand new ecosystem would form. There'd be so much food just plentifully available just immediately. It'd be like when a giant tree falls over and all these little creatures have a brand new home and new fungi can form on it.
Not only that, but the empty shells of where your ass meat was, because the rest of your body's all fully intact. Only the meat of your ass is gone. So those empty little deflated basketball shells of your ass structure, that becomes an ecosystem too, like a hollowed out tree. And now there's all kinds of animals living in there. And before you know it, after millions of years, shit's evolving in there. We got all new species growing out of your ass.
The next fossil record would start right there. So are we in agreement that the only difference between these 4 peanut butters is their marketing? That at a blind taste test, you probably wouldn't know the difference?
Probably.
So I'm a Jif guy myself.
I like Jif, fine.
But yeah, I mean,
what about it? You know, can you put your finger on why that peanut butter and not some other peanut
People
butter?
tend to just keep buying the brand that they bought before.
I don't know.
There's a brand loyalty there. Just like me with Skippy. I don't have any particular reason I chose Skippy. I just started buying Skippy, and that's just what I always buy now. What do you buy, Buster?
What about you, Buster?
I think it's interesting. Kirkland brand, Costco. Because it's just peanuts. There's no added oil, no added sugar. It's just the only ingredient is peanuts and salt.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I'm trying to eat more natural peanut butter like Buster, but man, one of my favorite little snacks is just to go into a big old sugar-filled can of Skippy peanut butter, get a scoop, and just eat a scoop by itself, peanut butter.
I like to eat mine on toast.
Ooh, toast, yeah.
Yes, toast.
Here's the problem with most organic, non-sugar peanut butter.
They're watery as hell.
Yeah, and you better have forearms of fucking steel because you're going to be stirring that thing for at least an hour, and you're going to still end up with some less than satisfying, like dripping, sopping bit of mud gook that you're going to try to spread out, and it's not even going to go well, and it doesn't taste very well. That's why I only eat Kirkland brand Costco peanut butter, because all the other organic stuff, just the texture, they fail it.
So if I were to call your wife right now and say, hi, have you seen your husband working an hour churning organic peanut butter? She'd say, oh yeah, of course, all the time.
Yeah, it's one of our big elements of foreplay. She really enjoys how I get into it.
Let's move on. We're going on to the next list now. Alex, why don't you recap the list real quick?
Recap the list. Number 4, Smuckers. Number 3, Peter Pan. Number 2, Skippy. And the number 1 brand of peanut butter by market share is Jif.
Booyah. Love it.
Man, I did such a good job, Nick, I guess, in that list. Wouldn't you agree?
Alex, would you fucking hand it to me for fucking just...
Yeah, I would say Buster is the real MVP of this list. I mean, he just did a great job.
Do you guys remember that part where I guess that
he got number 4 in a clutch? 1 through 3 doesn't matter.
Wow, okay.
Nick, you say you're going to put in clips from the show that we could reminisce about.
Yeah.
Can you put the clip of me correctly guessing number 4, Smuckers, in there as one of those?
No, because I already lived it once, and it's already enough to like... I need some antidepressants now.
I need to see that all over my socials. Dr. Buster getting number 4.
Instead of Dr. Buster, we'll just call him Smucker Buster.
Smucker Buster.
Dr. Smucker, one of those.
Alex Johns here. Nick asked me if I'd read an ad about Tinnish Podcast merch. I told him I wouldn't like to do it. No, because I'd love to do it. I wear Tinnish Podcast merch like it's going out of style, which of course is impossible. I wear it to bed, I wear it to work, I wore it to my wedding. You can join me. Go to tinnishpod.com/merch today to find a Tinnish branded shirt that tickles you just right. There's a shirt for Dr. Phil enthusiasts, a shirt for having one hell of an ass, even a shirt for the body elves that obviously control every function of our bodies. There's all this and more Tinnish themed designs available right now. All shirts are available in multiple colors and sizes with options for both men and women fits, even Dr. Buster. There's also mugs and stickers too. Don't get left behind in the competitive world of fashion. Join me at tinnishpod.com/merch. I've even got a special treat for you. Save 20% off your next purchase with promo code ALEX. Yes, even I have my own promo code. Use promo code ALEX at checkout and save 20% off your purchase at tinnishpod.com/merch. That's tinnishpod.com/MERCH.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Psst. Want to skip ads like that in the future? Go to tennishpod.com/plus. Sign up and you'll never hear an ad on Tennish Podcast again. All right, Buster, I sure hope you brought a top 4 list for us. And it better be good.
Can't guarantee it's going to be good, but I did bring a list. So I was charged with, guilty as charged, with coming up with a list with another inside joke from the Tennish Podcast over 200 episodes. Now, I had some options here, right? You got the listener of the show and some other jokes, but one that really stuck out to me, maybe it's because it sticks off of my back end here, is hell of an ass. Always talking about how juicy's the bum. Nick will interrupt a sidekick host just to say, hey, wait. How's the ass? Right? Always curious about the butt. Always talking about eating butts, jiggling butts, booty shaking.
These are some heavy accusations.
No, I'm just saying in general, right? The Tennish underlying vibe is there's always a butt circling the conversation. Now, one might suspect that when you get on the internet and start trying to look for an objectively ranked list of butts, you end up in weird corners of the internet.
Like hotdog.org?
Yeah, I did not end up at, what was that? What was the last website you mentioned?
Peanutbutter.com.
Yeah, me and yummydogs.com, we got along during this list. So originally, what I wanted to do was the 5 biggest asses in the world. All right? Now, I got the top 2. But after that, the list falls apart because there's too much debate about who like 3rd, 4th, and 5th place is. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Because I have
But how do you expect me to guess that? The biggest ass? Fucking some random like Indian man or something that I'd never heard of.
It would be hard to guess. I guess maybe you could guess the size of the ass. You won't believe, number 1. It's wild.
Hang on, is my first wife on that list? Am I right, fellas?
I landed on ranker.com. Now, of all the ranker lists that we have covered on the Tennish Pod, this one did not have a lot of participation, sadly. Only 3,600 votes from 1,200 unique voters. So my list featured on this episode is the top 5 best songs written about asses.
Oh, okay.
These are the top 5 songs about butts as voted on people on ranker.com.
Well, we know number 1.
Now,
yeah, we know number 1.
You all will be able to guess 4 of the 5. And I have the song lyrics in front of me to help jog your memory to some of these songs. And I do think number 3 you're going to need some help with. But
so is this going to be the inaugural episode of Dr. Buster singing on the pod?
You could do Santa Baby for
us.
us.
It's singing Santa Baby.
I try to sing every episode I can.
You get to sing now, so why do you find it comfortable to lie to the listeners? Shake your ass. Watch yourself.
Show me what you're working with.
Is that on the list?
That song is not on the list. Nope. There's a lot of good ones that didn't make the top 5 cut. Now, I know we were supposed to only bring the top 4, but I do happen to like number 5, so I had to include it.
Alex, on a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised are you that Buster couldn't listen to the simplest of instructions?
I'm not very surprised, but show me booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere.
That's gotta be number 3.
Oh, I found you, Miss Nobody. Unfortunately, that did not break the top 5.
Oh, what the fuck?
But it's up there. I bet it's top 10. 10-ish, for sure.
What about the we like the 3 whitest guys talking about these fucking ass songs. What about the tail feather song? Shake your tail feather.
How's that go?
How does it go?
That's by Outkast, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know there's...
Because I'm pretty sure that was like number 8, number 9. It didn't crack the top 5.
Ass Like That?
Ass Like That by Eminem was like number 9-ish.
Okay.
So it didn't crack the top 5.
Alex, what am I missing?
I'm drawing a blank on butt songs. Is there anything by Shakira?
Oh, and my hips don't lie.
Nope. These are all male artists.
Of course they are.
Yeah. I mean, 3 of them you would consider...
What's that song that goes...
Shake that ass.
Shake that
baby,
ass,
show
bitch,
me
and let me see what you
got.
got. That one.
What is the name of that song?
I don't know. Shake that ass, bitch. I don't know.
That did not make the top 5.
Fuck.
Well, okay, what are the genres here?
Okay, so 3 are like hip hop and R&B. 1 is old school funk.
What about Fat Bottom Girls?
Yes.
So Fat Bottom Girls by Queen is number 1. I was just about to say that was kind of classic rock.
Okay.
So coming in at number 1, Fat Bottom Girls by
Fat
Queen.
bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go. Shut the fuck up.
Now, is this song a little bit ironic? Because do we estimate that the person who... Oh, wait, that's right. This song was actually not written by Freddie Mercury, but by the guitarist.
They were all
Queen.
gay, though.
Oh.
I think. I might be off on that, but I think the song is a
Wait,
parody.
Nick, how would you know? You weren't there, right?
You're right.
Hey, straight or gay, anyone can appreciate a fat bottom girl.
Right. Well,
okay, that's true.
I think the song's also mocking the whole idea of that.
Is it, though? Is it?
I think so.
Is it mocking the, like, adoration of big booties?
I think it's mocking,
Just like
the
this episode
emphasis.
is mocking the Tinish podcast.
Yeah. This is a mockery, for sure. Look, I could be off on that. I don't know. But that's always been my impression. My interpretation. Because why else is Queen singing about fat bottom girls?
I mean, yeah. I guess that's true. I don't know.
The world may never know.
The world may never know.
How do we know this song even happened, though? How do we know this is
Well, you weren't
any
there
of this is real?
at the recording, but you've heard the evidence that it happened because you're there every time you hear
How
it.
do I know I'm not dreaming every time I hear it?
Got any fun facts on fat bottom girls?
Alex.
I don't, so as I was trying to get like fun facts together for these songs, it was kind of difficult to dig up some wet, juicy #Busters bullets for these. So instead, I added the biggest asses in the world as my details that we'll tack on the end of this list.
Do you have any lyrics from this song?
Well, you already sung them, so.
All right. Great list, Buster. All right. Well, then, since this is number 1, then I'm going to guess number 2 is Baby Got Back by...
Baby Got
All right.
Back.
Baby Got Back. You #knew it. Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot does come in at number 2. I've seen him dancing. To hell with romancing. She sweat, wet, got it going like a turbo vet.
Oh, my God. That song is so raunchy.
Shake that healthy butt with an exclamation. Baby Got Back.
Yeah, the butts are very healthy.
They are.
Are they, though? I guess it depends on the owner of the butt.
Not all butts are healthy.
Right.
We'll come to that here in a minute, but yeah, not every big butt is created equal. The music video features dancers shaking their ass while standing on 2 large brown booty cheeks. I mean, it is unabashedly about ass. There's no question about it.
As well it should be.
Like, so many songs will just hint at it or mention it here and there. This song goes all in. Now, at my wedding reception, I already knew I was in trouble after we booked our DJ. I was not a big fan of him. But what really sealed the deal for me not liking the DJ that we ended up having at our wedding reception is when he played Baby Got Back.
Why?
You weren't a fan?
And I looked across the room and made eye contact with my mother-in-law and attempted to, with my eyes, apologize.
Your mother-in-law doesn't appreciate big booty.
I don't really think about talking about someone with blaring music talking about how their anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun, is what people think of on the night of their
really?
wedding.
Me and your mother-in-law talk about that all the time.
Okay.
That brings me another guess, though. Nicki Minaj did a song called Anaconda not long ago.
Okay.
Although that's about a winky, I guess, not a bum-bum.
And as we said in previous episodes, you should get corn out of your ears when I said all of these songs are from male artists.
So Milkshake won't be on there. Although,
No.
Alex...
Milkshake may bring all the boys to the yard, but it didn't make the top
Between
5.
you and me, Alex, your milkshake has always brought me to the yard. Number 2 is Stroke.
Stroke.
Number 1,
Heart disease.
Heart disease. 16% of all deaths.
I did it.
Brandon, how would Dr. Phil categorize this top 10 list?
This is a mess of shit y'all need to avoid at all costs. Stay off the road, quit your breathing.
Quit your breathing.
Stop eating your sugars.
Fuck. Hey, since we're doing impersonations now,
fill in the blanks. Yeah.
Give us another hint.
All right. Here's number 3. This is the one I don't think that you would get on your own. I can't even get to the chorus. I can't say all these words, but... All right, here we go. A smooth ghetto broad, yeah. I want the broad, yeah. Or you can do a trick, yeah. On the dick, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Got birds and I'm running, yeah. About 100,
Got
yeah.
birds.
Girl, you look good, won't you?
Back that ass up.
Back That Ass Up by Juvenile is number 3.
Nope.
I don't know this song.
Girl, you look good, won't you back that ass up?
Oh, I know that song.
Call me Big Daddy when you back that ass
Why
up.
does he have 100 birds or whatever he said?
I don't know. Birds must be slang for something, and I'm running about 100, so he must be running 100 miles an hour to get over to that ass. Would be my guess.
Maybe he just runs the 100-meter dash for his high school track team.
No, he's running the 100-meter dash.
And the booty's shaking the whole way down.
There was an ass at the finish line as the prize, kind of like when you hold a carrot over a donkey to get it to walk. They had a big bootied bitch at the finish line, just backing that ass up to get
surrounded by 100 birds.
First place is just to dive head first into it, right into the ass crack.
Oh baby. Okay, so that's a terrible number 3. It's not as good as some of the other songs we've mentioned.
It's not. Now, number 4 is, it's old school. It's a pretty old song. It's more tame. Definitely more tame than Back That Ass Up by Juvenile. And I was shocked at the lyrics that there's only 4 lines that aren't the same words. This song is one of the most repetitive songs I've ever seen.
I have no idea.
It is by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
I don't know it.
Never heard of him.
Well, I've heard of the band.
They're
but I don't
giving
know
you
the song.
a directive to do something with your booty.
Shake your booty?
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake,
Oh,
shake, shake.
shake.
Shake, shake,
your
shake.
booty.
Shake your booty.
Okay, that belongs
Shake
in
your
there.
booty.
Yeah, okay.
That is a 4-minute song where they literally say
Shake,
shake, shake, shake, shake, shake, shake your booty, shake your booty. That's the whole song, except for 4 lines in the beginning.
Do you have the lines?
Everybody, get on the floor. Let's dance. Don't fight the feeling. Give yourself a chance. Oh, you can. You can do it very well. You're the best in the world. I can tell. Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake. And then that's the whole rest of the song.
Pretty good.
It's a masterpiece.
People ate that up.
How many Grammys did it win?
Probably 30.
So what's number 5?
All right. Shout it out when you realize what the song is. Here's number 5. You like to dance all the hip hop spots, and you cruise to cruise like connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop, 'cause she was living La Vida Loca.
Oh my God.
She
Ricky
had
Martin.
dumps like a truck. Truck. Things like what? What?
Oh, that's not Ricky Martin.
Baby, move your butt. But. I think I'll sing it again. All night long, let me see that.
Thong.
Oh.
That thong, the thong.
The thong song.
Yep, the thong song by Foxy Brown and Cisco.
You're telling me he wasn't talking about flip-flops this whole time?
You know, that's probably what I thought as a kid, but that's not what he's talking about.
Let me see that thong.
I like it when the beat. I like it when the beat goes. Baby, make your booty go.
The thong. So fucking stupid. Has that guy done anything of note since then? That's a one-hit wonder, right?
That's probably a one-hit wonder. Yeah.
Do you remember that song? I think about this song all the time. It's from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, I think. I like your booty, but I'm not gay.
I like your booty, but I'm not gay.
That is from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie.
Thanks, Bus. That's what I fucking said. Are you a parrot?
Well, you said you thought.
I probably sing that song to myself maybe once or twice a month.
It's a good one.
I saw that like 15 years ago. Buster, that was one hell of a list.
That was a good list.
One hell of an ass. I'm going to come back to my notes here. So the biggest butt in the world, current Guinness Book record holder is Michael Ruffinelli. Has the unique title of the record holder for the world's largest butt. Ruffinelli's hips carry a circumference of 8.25 feet.
What?
8.25 feet.
I'm looking them up.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a woman.
Well, fuck. I'm on my browser and it's like warning me about safe search.
Get that incognito mode.
What's her name? Just
Michael, so Mikel. Ruffinelli, Ruffinelli.
All right, for the listeners, I'm putting an image in the show notes if you want to see.
There's one where she's sitting with her back to the camera on a chair, and the booty cheeks are hanging down halfway to the floor off the side of the chair.
I'm seeing her. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And she's seeing you.
That booty ain't messing around.
Now, there's some controversy because there's two different ladies out there, one in Brazil, one in Sweden, who are trying to get the second biggest butt in the world. But they've got very different means. One of them is currently training and doing leg workouts most days of the week. She lives in Brazil. She's a self-confessed gym addict, and her butt is now at a circumference of 4 feet. She trains all the time. The other person is on her 6th butt injection and is trying to get to second place. And they're fighting it out. They're duking it out cheek to cheek.
Only 6. I mean, I just had 6 butt injections last week alone.
Here's a direct quote from one of these ladies competing for second place. Quote, "My diet is planned especially to grow my butt so I can get the biggest ass in the world. I love getting attention. So having an exaggerated butt is great because everyone looks at me."
What in the fuck is going on?
This lady also 2 years ago insured her ass for $1.2 million. She insured her ass in case anything went wrong.
That's her
with
moneymaker.
I guess.
It's smart.
What does that mean? In case what goes wrong with it? In case like one of your ass cheeks get eaten?
Well, surgeons will, insure their hands. So if they can't work, if their hands break.
Okay.
Well, same thing here. For ass breaks, she's covered. That's
For
what makes
claim
her
to
the money.
fame,
Look, everyone can do them. Everyone's got their own thing. But to like have this goal of world's biggest ass, where does that drive come from? It's just like such a strange choice. But hey, God bless her.
Well, I was inspired by this. I think I'm going to hop in the ring with these ladies, and I do think this is going to be my new full-time aspiration.
Aspiration.
That's right.
Now, back to this first woman you mentioned, Michael. I'm looking at her Google Images right now, and the first picture that pops up has her husband in it. And this man looks like the happiest fucking man in the world. I have never seen a bigger smile on some dude's face. So I'm hoping that's the picture you include, Nick.
I will include that one. But
that is a well that never runs dry, gentlemen.
You can explore a different crevice of the ass with each exploration. I don't think even Cisco would want to. No. Who did this? Back that ass up. I don't think even that person would want
Juvenile.
Yeah, that's too much ass to back up. It's got to have a beep on it like a truck. Beep, beep, beep when she's backing up.
Maybe.
Now, speaking of containing the biggest ass in the world, what about the Tinnish podcast?
Great segue, Alex. Buster, do a quick recap of your top 5 there.
Top 5, we got That Dong, Da Dong 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 by Cisco. Number 4, Shake, 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 Shake Your
That should be number
Booty
1, probably.
by KC and the Sunshine Band. Number 3, Girl You Look Good, Won't You Bag That Ass Up by Juvenile. Number 2, Shake That Healthy Butt, Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. And number 1, oh, and you've got to give it all you got. Fat Bottom Girls, You Make the Rockin' World Go Round.
Good song. Yeah, that was a hell of a list. Hell of an asset that list was to this episode 200. Boys, we finished the 200th episode of Tennis Podcast. What do we do now?
Guess we wrap it up here. The Tennis Podcast is over.
That's it.
That's it.
I do want to sincerely thank the listeners, not just for listening today, but for the last 200 episodes. Thank you so much. I have a lot of cool guests coming up next week. Brad Choma from the Doomsday Podcast. He'll be back. Buster and Alex, you're both going to be back soon. Anna from Freudian Sips will be back, as well as some other past guests and some surprise guests coming up. So the 200s will be nothing if not bootylicious. Oh, bootylicious. Where's that on the list? No Beyonce?
Yeah. There's so many good booty songs.
It's true. You don't hear a lot of penis songs, do you?
Anaconda.
Anaconda,
Yeah,
that's
true.
one.
We could use, there's a list for another episode.
Yeah.
Top 10 songs about penises from ranker.com. I'm sure more people will hop on that survey than they will vote in the general election. So
It's true. It's true.
Then Moses, he goes up the mountain and gets the 10 Commandments. He hustles them back down the mountain. When he gets back, these idiots, and it's just the time it took him to go up the mountain and get these stone tablets, they have made a cow made out of gold, and that's their new god.
But why? I have a lot of questions.
And it happened in the amount of time it took him to get up and down a mountain. And he comes back down the mountain, he sees the golden calf, and all these idiots are around worshiping it, and he's like, God damn it. And he breaks the 10 Commandments, and he's like, fuck, that was another thing I wasn't supposed to do, say God damn it. So then he's like, all right, everybody, calm the fuck down. Also, we're going to melt down this cow, and when I came down here, if I saw you worshiping the cow, we're going to pour the molten gold into your mouths.
So this is God and Moses murdering a bunch of people on their own.
God and Moses murdered people all the time.
No, I know, but I just want to underline this point for people that are not familiar with it, because I had forgotten that they force-fed them all the gold.
Yeah, shouldn't have done it. Well, anyway, after that, they wandered through the desert for 40 years.
They should have stuck with the calf. Well, listeners, I hope you will let us know what your favorite hot dog topping is, what your favorite brand of peanut butter is, and what your favorite ass song is. Let us know on social media at @TennisPod. We're on all the social at @TennisPod. You can also comment on the weekly Reddit discussion thread for this episode. Buster and Alex, what do you want to say to the listeners before we part ways? This is great. Great content. Thank you, guys. Here's the 200 more. I'm Nick.
I'm Alex.
I'm Buster.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino this year.
I was only playing for fun, so winning this was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's #1 social casino experience. It's serious fun. With over 80 casino-style games to choose from, you too could win life-changing amounts of cash. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and give them a whirl. That's ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of a winner.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.